What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for a little mean green to get back to work, guys. Too muddy right now to do any work, but we got a lot of work that needs to be done. We got some bush hogging that needs to be done. We got some tilling that needs to be done. We got some box blading that needs to be done. So we're going to give old mean green the spring treatment. We're going to change the oil, grease her up, maybe give her a bath. Let's see what we can get into. First thing I'm going to do is pull this battery out and get it on the battery charger, top it off. I'm going to put this on the battery charger, let her cook while we do the other things. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this oil changed. All right, so that was relatively easy. The oil is draining out the bottom. Just had to pull the drain plug out, and oil is definitely needed to be changed. But good news is I don't see any metal flakes, so we're good to go. This engine's got a lot of hours on it. She's got a lot of life left in her. So while my oil is finished draining, it's just about finished, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this oil filter off right here. And the best tool that I found for the job is just a pair of these oil filter pliers. Here's the old filter coming off there. I want to make sure that that seal is still on there. It's not left on the tractor. You don't want to have two seals in there because it will cause a leak. Sometimes they do stick to that housing. And whatever you're putting the oil filter on, and guys, I'm not an expert, so take this with a grain of sand. You want hand tight only. All right, I'll snake back under there and get the drain plug back in, and we'll start filling it up with oil. And I am using a diesel oil. We've got about 3 quarts in there now. I'm going to check it. I want to make sure that I don't overfill it. Still need some more. We are to the fill line. I'm gonna get cleaned up here, get my oil pan put away, get cleaned up, and we'll keep ticking along on her. Next thing I'm going to do is go around and make sure that every grease zerk that I can find is greased. Of course, I'm out of grease. Luckily, I have more. I don't know about y'all, but I think one of the messiest things to have to deal with is a grease gun. So, if you've never loaded a grease gun before, what you do is you take the plastic cap off of one end. Well, first of all, you slide your pin all the way back. Your tube in with the part that you just opened, the little rubber cap goes down inside. Like so, and then you got the little pop top. Gonna pop off and try not to get everywhere. You want to take your cap and start to screw it on, but don't screw it down all the way. This is a little tip that I learned recently. Don't screw it down all the way. So go all the way and then back it off. Then take your plunger, push it forward, it'll help get rid of some of that air. Then tighten her down. And we'll get her primed. Take a whole lot. And back at it. Wherever I find a zerk is where I add grease. And usually you'll see a little grease push out around the area that you're greasing. Alright, there's one right here. It's going to be a little hard to get to. Never fails. I always wind up with it on me. I'm gonna come back and check the transmission. The hydrotrans fluid, I guess as it's called. Right here with this dipstick. And we are low. Alright, we are full. Well, the battery is still charging. So, how about we go through the little toolbox and see. Do a little straightening up. Alright, so this is a little onboard, little mini toolbox the Yanmar has in her. And we have a rag there. And various pins. Those can stay. More pins. More pins. We have two cotter key, some 3 pins, a couple of extra bolts, some various and sundry pieces, a piece of a swinging sway bar chain, and a roll of electrical tape. So I'm gonna put all this back in here, and I'm gonna add a couple things. I'm gonna add in a crescent wrench, an old one that I don't really care if it gets rusty, and a fresh new rag for the new season. Well, all right. She's clean. First bath she's ever had since we've had her. But she's clean. And she's ready to go to work. Guys, what really kicked part of this off was watching one of our favorite channels yesterday called Dig Drive DIY. And he was cleaning up his backhoe, getting it ready, taking care of it. And one of the things that he said, I think he said his dad said it, and he said, it may not be much, but it's ours. Something to that effect. And I was thinking about old Mean Green. It may not be much, but it's ours. And I need to do a better job taking care of her. So let's get this battery put back in here and give her a cold start. Something about when you're wrenching on your own equipment, it makes you appreciate it. And I do remember the days before we had this. You appreciate it more when you've not had it. Well, she's ready to go to work, guys. Now we just need to grind her dry up so we can put her to work. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.